Mr. Punch. I'm ever so busy.
Mr. James Wales Show.
I mean, the James Wales Show. Never heard of him.
What do you mean you've never heard of him? He's famous.
Oh, perhaps he'd like
Now,
to see
before
my...
you think I'm trying to get myself a place on children's television, nothing could be further from the truth. But Mr. Punch, of course, some 400 years ago, was considered to be adult entertainment. And maybe in 400 years' time, people will be doing university degrees in James Whale. Cue titles. As well, we're talking about this is Punch is happening all over the place this week behind me. Yes, this weekend. Thank you very much indeed. And would you shut up now, please? We'll get on with the programme. We'll come and talk to you in a few months. Don't you? Security. Yes, fine. Look, where's Baz, by the way? I saw Baz down there as well.
It's Al Jolson.
Is it Al Jolson? Very similar. And you can stop it. You're being very rude. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I want to get on with the programme. We're going to come and do a bit of you in a minute, all right? And I want none of that lip either. Otherwise, I'm going to take this to you, and I won't be hitting you over the head with it. I should... Well, anyway, never mind. Right. OK, welcome to the programme. Just before we start, we'll do the competition in a few moments. Please, would you welcome over here this gentleman, tennis player, champion, could well be a champion of the future. His name is James...
Eschauzier.
I'm glad you pronounced that, because I wouldn't have been able to do it. Have you done your makeup's OK?
Not bad.
Yeah. Now, James is, because James, I saw James was there with a compact doing his makeup just before we started. James has just won one of our great competitions, haven't you?
Indeed, indeed.
And you are, where are you going?
I think Crete, yeah.
OK, well, I hope you... Should we just go through a few moves while we're doing the chat? Is that all right? You said,
yeah.
You know, so just so we can get a bit of movement into the interview.
Yeah, you need a Western grip, James.
Do I?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, if you move the hand to the east, you get a Western grip.
Oh, right.
Nice and easy.
It's always a comic, isn't there? Right. OK, so anyway, James, apart from this, you are an up-and-coming, budding British tennis player.
I'm trying to get in there. It's very difficult, but I'm pushing away, playing in tournaments and breaking in, I feel. Yeah, fighting the fight.
Good, because you've got the headband, and that's so important to be a good tennis player, having a good headband.
Yeah. I agree with that, actually,
Isn't it?
James. I agree with that.
Do you think I've got the movement here? Or not?
I think
natural.
I like it, James.
Natural,
I like it. Yeah, you're great,
Yeah.
actually. Try. Do you want to try this racket?
Oh, yeah. Is that a better racket?
Yeah, it's a bit over the top. I think you like it, James. Try it.
Oh, yes. Very nice. That's
I like
good.
that serve.
Yeah.
You're
Was that
gonna,
okay?
You'll beat Ivanisevic before long, I guarantee it.
Serious point, though. James is one of our up-and-coming tennis stars. Can he get sponsorship or any help or money or anything?
I hope so. If anyone wants to sponsor me...
Who knows? He can't. Basically, the whole thing is we don't care about our sportsmen, do we? Really?
They don't do enough.
No.
You know, why don't we have any winners? They need to get behind people,
Good.
the right
James.
sort of people.
OK, all right, James.
Yeah.
Here. Michael Mansfield said here. Michael Mansfield said he'd like to sponsor you. That's really nice, Michael. Thank you. Right, here's something to cheer you up. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Kooki! You know, I was... come here. You know, I was telling you last week I was in Italy. Every Italian television programme, whether it happens to... Baz! Shut up! Would you make sure that you look after him for the rest of the show and keep him quiet? Every TV show in Italy has got... like, you make a fortune in Italy.
I've worked in Italy.
Have you?
I've worked in
Whether
Italy.
it's a serious political programme, whether it's a quiz show, they're all there. Yeah, we should go to Italy.
Sure.
Right, so just to prove that this is a real competition, because some people doubt it, that's a really very sexist camera. That's a better camera angle. James is here. He won the competition. And Andrew Dale from...
Echo, Manchester.
He won a competition as well. He's off there to have a great time, we hope. And this week's competition is... Question?
OK, Woody Allen won a Best Picture Oscar for which film?
What?
For which film?
For which film what?
Did he win an Oscar?
Who? Oh, Woody Allen, right, OK, fine. I was just testing. Was it? Yes.
Annie Hall?
Right.
Albert Hall?
Yes.
Or Stuart Hall?
Oh, don't you miss It's a Knockout. Could we get Stuart Hall on the programme sometime? Because I used to love him and the medallion and everything. Could we do that? Let's try and get him. OK, so the telephone number is 0891 48 49 50, and you can ring the number until midnight on Sunday, right? Stay there. OK. Is it time for the poem now? OK, now this is a poem sent in to us from, and I've got, where's the letter? Simon, come on, quickly, run, move, Simon, we don't have time for you to hang around. Poem from Bob Laurie. Bob Laurie. OK, fine, OK. It's a poem from Bob Laurie. That's very camp, Simon. He sent it in, and now Kooki is going to do it for us. It's called The Devil's Masquerade. Do you want to lead on your pedestal over here? OK, right. Very serious, very artistic bit of the show, this. So please concentrate. Good.
OK. Don't believe the human eye in sunlight or in shade. The puppet show of sight and sense is the devil's masquerade. When the shadows slink and slither and the goblins all parade, then reason is a broken reed at the devil's masquerade. Demons drink from human skulls, and souls are up for trade. Take wine and drugs and join in us, the devil's masquerade. Only a magus of night true born and virgin unafraid can walk unarmed amid the dance at the devil's masquerade.
Is that it? Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Right, of course, as I said, Punch was an adult entertainment form and is still endures after all this time. Are we going to have a little bit of Punch now? Can we have a little bit of Punch? Go on. Go on.
Oh, Mr. Punch, I want you to look after my baby.
I don't want to look after your baby.
What do you mean you don't want to look after my baby? Will you please look after my baby?
No, I won't.
Mr. Punch,
What's it?
will you look after my baby?
No, I won't. I said, wait.
There, Mr. Punch. Now, teach my little baby to walk. We call him Bill because he came at the end of the month. Isn't he lovely?
I don't want a baby. I don't want a baby. I don't want him.
What do you mean you don't want him?
I don't want him. I don't want him.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Punch is naughty with my baby. I want you to shout, Judy, Judy, and I'll come and punish him. And while I'm away, you give Mr. Punch, yes, give him a little... Teach him how to walk, will you? That's right. Bye.
Bye.
Please, would you welcome Professor Bill Dane, ladies and gentlemen. Bill, come out here. Bill, come on. Bill! Bill! Oi, Bill, come out the front, will you? Come out the front, yes, come out the front. That's the way to do it. Baz, we can't have everything you like on the show. We can't have every single thing you... I know you never liked Punch and Judy, but at least... Bill, this week's programme, if you could possibly make it.
That's right.
Are you there?
Yes, I am.
I always wonder what was in there. How many people have you got in there?
Hundreds of puppets.
Oh, good. Bill Dane, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Right. Now, Bill joins us all the way from Aberystwyth in mid-Wales, and I think we will dedicate the rest of the programme to Aberystwyth. Bill is a Punch professor. In fact, in Covent Garden, if you happen to be in London over the weekend, there'll be quite a lot of this going on.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes. On Sunday.
On Sunday?
On Sunday,
OK.
yes.
Now, Punch, you're called professors. Why are you called professors?
It's an honorary sort of thing that Victorian showmen just call themselves professor. That's right.
Now, apparently, people do get a bit upset about Punch and Judy now.
Some get very upset about it.
Policemen?
When I do a policeman's party, I have to be very careful the policeman isn't hit, because the children all cry.
Do they really?
Yeah, because they think it's their dad that's getting it, so I have to be ever so careful there.
Yes. And of course, beating up women is not on now, is it? Do you have to modify it slightly for today's
Judy gives
taste,
as good as yeah, oh yeah. Ever since Jermaine Gray threw away her bra.
Really?
Oh, yes,
Judy's thrown away her bra too.
Oh yes.
I see. I see. Is that good? That's good, isn't it? Yes. Oh, good for Judy. Yes, the sisters are doing it, of course. Now, 400 years. 400 years, is it? Or not?
300.
300 years.
333, actually.
Is it? Oh, well, Simon, because he likes to round it up to the nearest naught, put 400
great,
here.
that's right, yeah.
Yes. He said also that you're having a little trouble with Aberystwyth.
Yeah, the Arts Centre.
Because you're on the pier, aren't you?
Yeah.
Could I make a little point about that, actually? I was at Aberystwyth, I travel a lot, not long ago, and I noticed that the pier is one of the rustiest things I have ever seen.
Yeah, it is falling a bit.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there are cafes on the... I mean, I was concerned about Aberystwyth Pier.
But they are trying to tart it up a bit.
Are they tarting it up a bit?
Yes, yes.
Now, when they've tarted it up, apparently you are not in the plans.
Well, I'm on the promenade and we've got a new coordinator in the Arts Centre and she said, bye-bye, Mr. Punch.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh!
If anyone objects, I want to see the punch tradition going on, just right to the Arts Centre at Aberystwyth. Yeah.
I should think so, but that's not on, is it? That's too trendy, very trendy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Dane, thank you. OK, right. Now, you may remember last week he loved the programme so much he's had such terrific response that Stevie Ocean is with us again. Stevie, thank you.
Very much.
I didn't have a chance to talk to... That's the way to do it. Who did that? Oh, for goodness sake. Could you look. He's not doing terribly well as a solicitor at the moment, so he's looking for a new job. All right? OK, fine. That's very, very nice indeed. And that is even better. That's sort of... I don't know. Sort of. Oh, is it mine? No, you sit there with it for a few minutes. Oh, no, I meant to give that to Jerry. OK, music. Sorry about that, Stevie. It's nice to have you back, and I hope that sometime you will deign us with your presence sing again sometime.
Well, I hope so, and it was a great pleasure and a privilege. And I've got a small presentation to make to you, James.
Have you? To me?
Yes, I have to you personally.
One of your cassettes?
One of my cassettes.
And lovely.
That is to all the staff at my Mental TV. It was a great privilege and pleasure to appear here. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Stevie Ocean, thank you. OK, another icon, ladies and gentlemen. We find them on this programme. Here is a great band. You're going to love them. It's the Bell Currie. I'm going to do that just again for a few moments because... What's wrong? Sorry. What? Yeah, very quiet. OK, fine. That's OK. No, right. Belle Curtis is going to come now and sing a song which you are going to love. It's called Hold On!
Surely you can never ever walk away from me. before I met you. Ooh, baby, no way. I just can't imagine that your sunshine will not stay, and the darkness shall return if you should ever go away. Now, oh my baby.
Thank you very much indeed. Excellent. Did we enjoy that?
We loved it.
We loved that. Yes.
Hey.
Yes. Excellent. Hold on. And you were enjoying that. They're going to be back later on, of course, singing another song. Thank you very much indeed. We're knackered. What were you doing over there? Don't dance like that. I find people dancing like that usually spot trains.
The lead singer is from Chigwell, aren't you?
Really?
Which is just down the road from Harlow.
And
he's from Waltham Abbey.
OK, fine. All right, go and talk to them while I get on with this. You go and talk to them. OK. Now, the competition before we take the break is... Anyway, right. Woody Allen won a Best Picture Oscar for which film? Was it A, Annie Hall, B, Albert Hall, or C, my hero, Stuart Hall? Then you can ring us on 0891 48 49 50. This is always difficult for the cameramen when you do this. The phone lines are open until midnight on Sunday, so phone now. You're so right. Please, thank you very much indeed. You're so right. I just think the idea that I could become as sort of cultural as Punch in years to come, yes, is really, it heartens me. It heartens me. Yeah. Do you enjoy the show so far or not? Yes, probably. Yeah. Yes. Do you want to whack him before we carry on? That's fine. OK, fine. Good. Gratuitous violence. Gratuitous violence. I know. What's he doing? To you behind? No, sorry. OK, fine. Yes. Because you never know what's going on behind there, do you? No, you don't. That's right. Yes, you see. You shut your mouth. And anyway, we're carrying on now. Is that OK? Don't look at me like that.
Mr. Bush being a nuisance, Mr. Whale, is he?
Yes. Funny enough,
if you get rid of him, do you want me to lock him up, do you?
Could you take him off for a while? Yes.
All right, then
okay.
Get on, Mr. Punch.
Thank you very... Could you... Oh! Now, that is not... I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. We do not advocate any of that sort of behaviour. I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Right. You look very like Mr. Sheringham, the footballer. You're not, are you?
Yes, that's right.
Are you really?
Mm.
Well, please, can I get your autograph before the end of the programme?
With what, then?
Yes, please. I mean, it's wonderful. Are you with the band?
Yes.
Yes, I wondered whether you were, because you were wearing the same sort of clothes. But no, they're great, aren't they? They're wonderful. It's a privilege to have you here, honestly. Because, and you play for England as well, don't you?
Yes.
And Spurs.
Yes.
And which Spurs... I'm sorry, they're like a football crowd. If you want a couple of pointers later, because I'm quite, as you saw tennis earlier, we could do it.
Pointers or pointers?
Pointers. Pointers. Thanks. Give a nice round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen, for Teddy Sheringham. I ask for his autograph first, OK? I've forgotten where we are now. Oh, yes, Mentalism. Right, this is terrific, this. Marvellous. You're really going to enjoy this. Right, this is a gentleman who got in touch, and as you know, we on this programme do more to bring new talent to television than any other show. He sent me all sorts of bits of information about himself, loads of stuff down here, and I think you're really going to enjoy this. Ladies and gentlemen, please would you welcome... we're going to get a fanfare. Let's get a fanfare first of all. Please would you welcome a mind reader and a mentalist, Mr. Harrison Zeon.
Let's try to do something very quickly. A gentleman there with a check shirt. We've never met before, have we? Just stand up, sir. Tell me, in one of your pockets you have a few loose coins. Just leave them there if you have. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, just jingle the coins in your pocket so I hear them.
In a wallet. They're in a wallet.
They're in a wallet.
They are indeed.
Jingle the wallet, jingle the wallet. Yes.
Hang on, for goodness sake, can't you help him out?
Are you enjoying that?
They're very nice.
Good.
Yes.
Do you know how many coins you got or how much the coins total in that wallet? No. What I want you to do is to very, very quickly and quietly take those coins from that wallet, count them to yourself and get the exact total value of those coins in that wallet. Be as quick as you possibly can, sir, but please be accurate, the exact total value. While you're busy doing that, I'm busy writing something on a little card. I finished writing. Have you finished counting yet?
Have indeed.
You've got a grand total.
Of?
Would you call that grand total nice and loud so everyone can hear?
Sorry, I counted them for you. They're 20...
25.
Excellent, very good.
25 pence.
25 pence, I'm afraid.
25 pence?
Got a few notes from me
You
tomorrow.
made that much noise with 25 pence? Is it all in pennies? Look, a few moments ago I wrote something on this card. I wonder if I could get a young lady to take the card. Would you mind taking the card, madam? How much did you got there, sir?
25 pence.
Would you stand up, madam, and start with the first word on the card and slowly read out what I wrote?
The coins will total about 25p.
The coins will total about 25p. Have a look at that for yourself, sir.
No.
Is that okay?
You, hang on.
I've just seen another guy with a friendly face, and he's got a check shirt on as well. Stand up, sir. Stand up. I got something special in my pocket for you. Oh. It's nothing like that. It's one of these, an invisible pack of cards. A pack of cards that can only be seen with people with a good imagination. You look like you've got a good imagination. Get ready to catch. Are you ready? Catch. Have you got them?
Yes.
You'll be as daft as me in a minute, won't you? Hold them up, sir, so everyone can see. Oh, I'll tell you what, come down here. Come down here. That's it, so the entire audience can see them. That's lovely. Turn and face the audience. Tell me your name.
My name's Colin.
Colin! Very good indeed, Colin. Would you shuffle the invisible pack?
I'm a bad shuffler.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Very good. You are a bad shuffler, Colin. You're supposed to take them out of the packet first. Open the packet and take the cards out. Throw the packet away, Colin. Shuffle the pack now. Hang on, spread them out and take out the 2 jokers. There's enough jokers out there. OK, shuffle the 52 card. Wait a minute, I heard that then. That gentleman there, do you know him?
No.
Did you hear what he just said?
No.
When you were shuffling the pack, he said Colin's a prat. And I heard him. Stand up, sir. Come down here. Come down here.
That's no way for a member of the audience to behave. I'm ashamed of you. Go on.
Hang on, stand right there. Pick up that invisible table. Take it right there in both your hands. That's it. Carry it over to Colin. Put it down in front of Colin. Stand the opposite side of him. Turn and face the audience. Now's a prat. Stay there, stay there. Colin, spread the cards out on the table. Come back a bit so you're level with him, sir. Stick up 2 fingers, Colin, and go with the invisible pack. No, you forgot the sound effect. Very good indeed, Colin. You split the cards into 2 invisible piles, all the reds in one and all the blacks in the other. Pick up 1 pile. Have you got the reds or the blacks? Have a look. The red, throw them away, we don't need those. Spread the black cards out on the table and go with your fingers. You split the black cards into 2 piles, all the clubs in one, all the spades in the other. What's your name, sir? Nick, pick up 1 packet. 1 packet.
But there's half a packet there.
No, there's half. 2
Get
half
on with it!
1 packet. Have a look at them, Nick. Have you got the clubs or the spades?
The clubs.
The clubs, throw them away. We don't need those. He's left you all the spade cards on the table. Spread them out. That's it. You've got 13 spade cards. Pick up 1 of them. Yeah. Have a look at it. Yeah. Call it out.
5 of spades.
The 5 of spades. Do you want to change it for another one?
No, quite
OK. Pick the rest of them up and throw them away. Fold the 5 of spades into quarters. Seal it down inside this little envelope. Lick it and stick it. That's the idea. Take this pencil, write your name across the flap. Call out any number, Nick, between 1 and 50.
37.
Turn the envelope over, write 37 on the other side. Throw the pencil away, give me the envelope back. I'll put it back inside my pocket. You don't believe this, do you? No. You don't believe there's an envelope inside my pocket. There is. There's a little envelope I placed inside my pocket before the show even started. And before the show started, I wrote something across the envelope. Tell them what I wrote.
My name.
That's right. And on the other side, I also wrote a number. Tell everyone the number.
37.
That's right. And before the show started, I took a pack of 52 cards. I took one out, folded it into quarters, and sealed it down inside the envelope. You said the 5 of spades. Believe it or not, that's the very card I sealed inside the envelope.
Thank you very much indeed. Harrison, thank you.
Thank you very much
I know
indeed.
you have another trick. If we have time, we'll bring it back.
Okay.
Fantastic. Harrison Zeon, ladies and gentlemen. Impressive, wasn't it? Yeah. Impressive, right. We're going to come to you. We're going to come back to Anne in a moment. We're going to go to you now. Yes. OK, we're going to show a bit of film. What are we going to show?
But it's over Broadway. This is Woody Allen's new movie.
Hence the competition.
Hence the competition.
Yeah, so fine. Yeah, OK.
And it's probably his best movie since we've worked
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we have a look at it?
Yes, sure.
Have a look at it, and then we'll come back and talk in a few moments. Go on, right.
Okay.
Oh, now, my darling, do you want some milk or something, shall we?
I gave us Oscar.
Oh, no, you don't have to bother with that, because I breastfeed her. Just kidding, everybody.
That's Tracy Ullman in very fine form, actually, and Jim Broadbent. I mean, Woody Allen quite likes taking a lot of our British thespians over. For his current movie, he's got
Somebody.
Whose name
yeah,
I can't remember, but never mind. Very funny film, but it's over Broadway. It's up to his sort of, he's in top nick with this movie.
Because last week you weren't happy.
No, sour, horrible, boring
OK,
movies.
but this is good.
This is fun. There's a beautiful performance by Diane Wiest. She steals it. She won an Oscar a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Really?
She steals it playing a sort of a, what can one say, a Diana Rigg-type Broadway star who is kind of a bit of an over-the-top sort of person.
Really?
And she says, don't speak, don't speak. Very theatrical. Beautiful film, beautiful performances. I laughed till I cried.
Oh.
To steal a cliche.
Oh, that was good. You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yeah, I liked it very much.
Good.
Very much. There's another good film opening as well this week, title of which I've forgotten. No, it's called Circle of Friends. All British film, shot in Ireland, stars Chris O'Donnell, newcomer Minnie Driver. This film has taken $20 million in America. It's being perceived as this year's Four Weddings and a Funeral, although it's not, of course, but it's in that kind of league. Minnie Driver's British. She is going to be a big, big star.
We'll look out for that. I was just interested. This man makes his living writing. Can you see this writing? Can you just look at that? Can we get a close-up of that? Just zoom. Look at it. Can you see that? And also, I see you've got the critic notepaper here.
Oh, by the way, what else have we got?
What?
James, it's your birthday this weekend. I brought you along some pictures of you as a baby. Can the camera see these? Oh, look. This is James when he was a baby. Aren't they cute?
Thank you
together
very much
now.
indeed.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. Thank you. I'm overwhelmed. I'm touched. That is that poor
They're
child.
Beautiful pictures.
That poor child. Listen, we've got
The
Anne
poor
Currie.
mother.
Anne Currie in the front row of the audience here. Just a moment. And Anne is a clairvoyant. Sees the future. Sees the future because it is my birthday, and I thought we should very quickly. You've got a prediction for Baz before you start on me.
Yes, I think Baz is going to be doing a cover for Sylvester Stallone. He's going to be doing a write-up on him.
Really?
And I feel that he may be going to America shortly.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Regarding this particular job.
Anything in there for me? Do you see any?
Well, I've done 9 predictions.
Have you? Well, give me one now, and then we'll come back and get some more later.
I think that while you were on a holiday, I'm not exactly sure when.
Yeah.
You had you weren't very satisfied with something, and you probably had a complaint. And I feel you're going to have a refund or...
Really?
Yes.
Oh, good. Yes, weather would be nice.
Compensation.
Yes.
And you'll probably hear about that shortly.
OK, right. And we'll come back. You've got one for Jerry and Gary as well, haven't you, somewhere?
Loads more.
OK, we'll come back in a few moments. Thank you very much indeed for that. Right, please really welcome a man who's having some success at the moment. He's another What are you two laughing at over there? All right, particularly you who are going bald like me and trying to hide it. Just particularly you. Chat. You see, get a shot of him at the back. Put your head down. Look at that. Bald as a coot under there. Look at it.
Well, I've got...
And never mind, because it's better to be bald than like the rest of them, I'll tell you. Right, a man who's getting some... And he wears a wig. He wears a wig. This is not real. This is not... See, I wouldn't do that to you on television. It's not real. Now... Please will you welcome a man who also makes his living with the pen, as does Mr. Bamigboye sometimes here, who will be writing up a thing on Arnold later. Ladies and gentlemen, David Wigg! Wiggy, so lovely to have you on the programme. Please sit down.
We share something in common. It's also my birthday.
Is it your birthday? Oh, lovely. OK, enough of that. Right, enough of that.
Champagne in cans.
Yes,
Champagne. Listen, you can. My little birthday god will just give you a quick flash. Are you ready? OK, do you want to see this?
No, don't excite Wiggy. Don't get Wiggy excited.
Don't get any of us excited. No, you've got to follow that.
Yeah, seriousness. Now, here, David, you some time ago did a number of interviews with the Beatles when you were a young, enthusiastic rock and roll reporter.
Yes. Struggling to get to the top.
Struggling to get to the top. If you could hear
This is it.
That was when Mike Mansfield was young and doing all that. Yes. Now, the Wigg interviews are out on tape at the moment.
Yes,
with the Beatles
right.
and stuff. And I believe I'm enormous amount of interest in them at the moment. Particularly your interview with John Lennon.
Well, yes, it was. That was rather a terrifying one, really, James, because I got a death threat over that one. Sitting at home, and I'd written about him and done the interview on the radio, and suddenly somebody was ringing up and saying, John had got involved in the Hanratty case. Do you remember the murder case?
Yep.
And the parents, John loved the calls, you know, I mean, just sincerely and genuinely loved to take up the calls when solicitors wouldn't get involved. And he took up the Hanratty murder case. Parents went in to see him, and they said, look, can you help our son? And John took it up. And I published this story about them, and that night I got a threatening phone call. If you know what's good for you, leave this subject alone, and tell John Lennon if he knows what's good for him. He said, otherwise, you know, he won't see tomorrow. So I rang John up, because typical John, he said, David, that was a threat. I said, I know it was a threat, John, but what are you going to do about it? But he had this thing. Anyone could go into the Apple offices near here, near Carnaby Street. And if they had some problem, he would listen to it, and that was a good thing about him. I mean, it's extraordinary.
Do you think he knew he was going to die young or not?
We talked about that on the album, on these tapes. I did actually, fun enough, ask him. I'd ask him how he felt about dying. I mean, he didn't want to, obviously, die young, because he said he loved Yoko so much. He hoped to be an old man and live it out with Yoko.
So what made you ask him that question?
I felt there was something sad about... this was at the San Regis Hotel in New York, and that was a very odd interview, because when I arrived, he was still in bed with Yoko Ono.
Well, he spent a lot of time in bed with Yoko Ono.
And he said, we're not getting
publicly.
He said, we're not... Yeah, I did, actually. I had to sit on the... I sat on the bed and interviewed him, and Yoko Ono was in a black see-through blouse. Not a pretty sight. I can tell you.
We don't agree with anything that David Wigg may say.
And John had got a T-shirt on, and on the T-shirt it said, "This is not here." So I said, "Where are we, John?" He said, "You're in the San Regis Hotel, New York." Anyway, it was really a very interesting interview. But he did talk about. He said he wasn't afraid of dying. To him, it was just like getting out of one car and getting into another. And he believed that you went on, that you came back.
There's much more to hear on this, David, and thank you for talking to us a little bit about it. This is a photograph on the sleeve here. We've got to see this. David is a young man. David younger than he is now, sorry.
But the spirit's very young.
With Paul McCartney, who looks even younger here than he does now. Ladies and gentlemen, David Wigg! Stay there, David. Stay there. Stay there. OK, we must go on. Of course, we have more music from Bell Curtis, and we're going to be boogieing with them a little later. We might fix in a little more from Punch and Judy. We may get another prediction or two from Currie. Who knows? But before we go to the break, the competition. Woody Allen won a Best Picture Oscar for which film? Was it A...
Annie Hall.
B...
Albert Hall.
Or C...
Stuart Hall.
Love that man! Call us on 0891 48 49 50 and you could be winging your way to a gloriously warm destination. Do you think you could stop it now?
It was a devil, that's all I was doing. It was a devil.
Don't talk to me in that tone of voice. No, I won't have that. No, I'm sorry, I won't have that sort of behaviour on this programme. No! Down!
He's behind you!
I beg your...
What was that?
Would you just stop it, please? Very, very quickly, Anne, another prediction. I'm sorry about that, please.
I rather feel you're quite interested in going into another area of work. It's something that's been on your mind for quite a while, and it could be a realistic possibility.
Missionary work, or in the same sort of line?
No, I think it's, I've just said, another area.
Another
of
area.
work
Ah.
that perhaps you've been interested in.
Yes, probably
Would
going...
that,
yeah. No, please, otherwise you'll upset Michael. Right, please welcome back, and time to boogie, time to kick all the furniture back. Time for... Oh, the competition, Michael. Yeah, OK. The competition. Oh, God, the competition. Right. OK, Woody Allen won Best Picture Oscar for which film? Was it Annie Hall, Albert Hall or Stuart Hall? Ring us on 0891 48 49 50. You could win the holiday. Somebody's got to win it. It could be you. I'm over here. It's OK, I'm just over here. Is this quite a funky number? We got...
No, it's a ballad.
Oh, OK, right. OK. It's a beautiful ballad, but... OK, well, I'll have a sexy dance with... No. Please.
No.
Belle Curtis, and At This Moment.
What did you think I would do at this moment when you're standing before me with the tears in your eyes, trying to tell me that you have found another, just don't love me no more. What did you think I would do at this moment when I'm faced with the knowledge that you just don't love me? Do you think I could hurt you, say things that would hurt you, 'cause you just don't love me no more? You know, I can never hurt you, no. What do you think I would give at this moment? I would stay, I would subtract 20 years from my life. I'd fall down on my knees, kiss the ground that you walk on. If I could just hold you again, oh. I'd fall down on my knees, kiss the ground that you walk on. If I could just hold you, if I could just hold you again.
Thank you, sir. That was terrific. That was absolutely amazing. And very, very nice indeed. You may like to stay around later because Jerry Hayes is going to show people how singing should be done. Okay, and then maybe you can show him how being a politician should be done. Gary J. Sorry, Michael. Yes, I'm having a chat with the guys. I thought it was great. And the ladies over here. It's lovely. Your hair okay? Now, I'm going into Gary Jacobs now.
James, come over here.
Oh,
I've got all these letters.
Right, get on with the first one. Get on with the first one. Go on.
Well, actually, the first one is somebody sent me £15 to buy a bottle of champagne for your birthday,
Oh,
James.
very nice indeed.
But they made it payable to Gary Jacobs LLB Ons, and I haven't got a degree.
Oh, OK.
Sorry about that. There's a husband and wife. Sadly, the husband died. But whilst they were both alive, they put up their house as a guarantee for a loan for their daughter and son-in-law to buy a pub. The pub has gone broke. They want to know if they're going to lose their house. The answer is possibly you will. Never, ever put up your house as a loan or as a guarantee for anybody. If the banks won't do it, and they always know better, don't become a bank because you will do your money, as that sad woman did.
Oh, dear.
I've had a letter here from somebody who... Oh, one moment. I've got to get to this one before next week. Yeah. Somebody got asthma, diagnosed in June of 1992. That's 1 month short of 3 years ago. They got that due to getting the fumes from toxic paint when at work. Well, if the employers were negligent in enabling you to get asthma from breathing that paint, you've got 1 month within which to issue a writ. Why you've left it for 3 years to write to me, I really don't know. I've been on here for nearly 2.5 of them. Somebody failed to make a claim from the Criminal Injuries Compensation Board for 3 years, and they want to know if they could sue now. Well, the answer is no, you can't.
For God's
You
sake,
have to tell people.
For God's sake.
Somebody went to work for 2 weeks for a performing arts college, and they were told that they were not going to get paid because they were not in at the beginning and out at the end. In other words, they came in a day or so late. It's absolute rubbish. If you work for 2 weeks, you are entitled to be paid. James,
yeah,
for
good
the bin.
one.
And here's a good one. Some idiot parked in a private block of flats, had his car clamped, and he seems to think that they had no right to clamp him because he was parking illegally. Well, they had every right to clamp you. Don't park on other people's land.
Right.
James, you want me to carry on? I've got hundreds here, hundreds.
One more quickie, one more quickie.
We've got a lady
and then we want Anne has got a prediction for you in a minute. Right,
a lady of 66 has got noisy neighbours. My advice is always the same: sue 'em or move.
Sue 'em or move. Mr. Gary Jacobs, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Mr. Sue the pants off them. Very quickly, very quickly before we go on. Have you what? What, Michael? Very quickly before you've got a prediction for Gary, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I feel that Gary is going to be having his own television show, where he will be the host. No, what were you laughing at?
Sorry, no, it was just a
He's
wind.
going to be the host. He's the host, and he's going to be having
you were enjoying that, weren't you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear James. Happy birthday to
Thank you very much indeed. I am... Thank you. No, you can have a piece in a few moments. I am, as you know, touched, and thank you very much indeed. It's too nice to cut, really, isn't it? Yes. It's a lovely... I've got to cut it. Okay. Right. I hope this isn't instead of I'll have the mouth. And of course, you will get your television show. I'm sorry for butting in there. Of course, I wish you lots of luck. And I can come as your guest. Thank you. We'll all come. Now, sorry.
Well, I've got my own radio programme.
Oh, shut up!
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go. Here we go. There we are. Right. Okay. Now, before... Hang on. Just a minute.
No, shall we? No.
No. Michael, I'm having problems hearing you. What?
No.
Yeah, okay. Come on. Before we do this... Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. Jerry Hayes is going to sing.
There's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather. Since my girl and I ain't together, keeps raining all the time. Life is bare, gloom and misery everywhere, stormy weather. Just can't get my poor self together. I'm weary all the time, so weary all the time. So when she went away, the blues walked in and met me. If she stays away, old rocking chair will get me. All I do is pray the Lord above will let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on, everything I had is gone. Stormy weather, since my girl and I ain't together. It's raining all the time. Keep raining all the time. There's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather, since my girl and I ain't together. Keeps raining all the time. Life is bare, gloom and misery everywhere, stormy weather. And I think that's the end of the show, isn't it? Where do we get to?
Nobody knows.
Now, where do we go? Can't go on. Go on, can't we on? Can't we on? Can't go on. Can't go on. Everything I had is gone. Stormy weather.
Talk about trying to upstage somebody. Anyway, we'll be back next week at the same time with who knows what else. Thank you for your cards. Thank you for your calls. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you all very much indeed. We will go back, and thank you very much indeed. Thank you for my birthday presents and everything else. We'll now go back and finishing off the programme with another reprise. And remember, this is a live sitting Tory MP who's singing on the radio for you tonight. Stormy weather!